happening.
It's all happening.
We're live. We're here.
Happening. We're here. I'm trying to find, I don't have an opportunity to comment. I'm looking over here, Blake, so I'll just watch the comments because I don't know why I can't. But hello.
Hello. Welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome to today's video.
Like,
I just filmed like 4 videos, so I'm like in that mode.
The mode, yeah, us too. We did a couple things today, so.
You have to stock up. You have to start and stock up, get ahead, get yourself
and when
scheduled.
you're feeling it, right? Because that's the other thing is because who knows that tomorrow we might have a down day.
Correct.
You might have a day where you're like, nope.
Or a week.
Yeah.
Exactly. So while people get in here, let's start some introductions. Welcome, everybody. We have fabulous Tori and Bill joining us today. We're going to talk all things Posh. So to kickstart the live, I'd love to know, you guys are living in Washington, but I'd like to know what city and how you guys found Poshmark and how you started and got into it.
Yeah, well, we are in
Beautiful Spokane, Washington, on the eastern side of the state.
So it's not Spokane.
It is not Spokane.
I call it Spokane.
a lot of people call it
a lot of other
Spokane.
things, but it is Spokane.
It is
Spokane,
Spokane,
okay.
Washington.
Yes.
Okay, fine.
I always say it very Southern, and I don't know if that's just my roots, but I'm always like, yeah, it's Spokane. We are in Spokane. Could also be Lera rubbing off on me as
Could
well.
be.
True.
So yeah, we are about 5.5 hours from Seattle, which is where we were previously.
Oh, I didn't realize
So-
that. That's far.
So it's a little far.
Yeah.
It's like a 45-minute flight. So, and the flights are, well, I mean, we talk about things in the past.
The flights used to be really inexpensive.
They probably still are now. They're probably still like, here, fly.
Here for like $20.
So,
yeah.
So we're pretty close. I mean, relatively speaking with the state. Yeah.
Lera.
Spokane. And how we got started with Poshmark. So my origin story is going to kind of feed into Bill's. So I'll kind of take that one. But I've been reselling pretty much my whole life. And in Seattle, the thing about it is it's really, I don't like driving. And so I was reselling to brick and mortar stores. And it would be a challenge to, get myself motivated to actually go to the different locations. And what if they didn't take something this time? Or what if they didn't give me the price I wanted? So
like consignment stores, like the Buffalo Exchanges.
Exactly. Yeah. Yep. And I have a history with that. I managed a few different of those stores throughout
Insight. VIP access.
throughout my life. So it was kind of just natural. And then I've done ThreadUp before I was on Poshmark. And then I can't even tell you how I discovered Poshmark, but I kind of looked at the app, did some research with the feedback, and I was like, okay, I'm going to try this. And then as soon as I tried it, I went full in and created a business and, I went as a business from the beginning. Because I knew that I had already had all of that experience reselling, that this was just another platform. So I started doing that, many hours, like 40 plus hours a week on top of my day job.
It was a lot.
And then Bill was introduced to Poshmark because I was doing it all the time. Like that was my hobby. That was everything. And then he started
she'd be eating dinner. Oh,
yeah. So then you started helping me.
I did listing, and then I'd get the shipments together, and then one thing rolled into another, and I quit my job.
So like via osmosis here, did you like absorb the same kind of energy towards poshing, Bill?
I did.
Yeah.
I did, absolutely. I mean, it was fun. It was kind of crazy that people were buying the stuff that she was picking up for.
Because he hated a lot of it, but that's just another story.
And just to go way back, when we lived in Arizona, I used to have to drive her to all the thrift stores in an old MR2, T-top, no AC, 100 weather. So yeah, it's been
all for love.
We've been doing this
all for love. So that's kind of how Bill latched onto it. It was something that we could do together. And I'm a controlling person, so letting him even create I know, it's so shocking. Letting him even do my packages at the beginning was one of the hardest things because I was very specific with how I wanted everything.
I get that.
And now it's like he does he's full time. So he does all of the shipping. He does all of the regular photographs. He does the cleaning. He does all of that. So it's been so good for our relationship, which is kind of crazy. And, we've been able to make so many connections with so many different people.
Absolutely.
So that's amazing too.
That's a wonderful. So I'm curious too, Bill, when you started helping Tori, when did you start shopping / do you? And when did you start incorporating men's if Tori hadn't already?
She had no men's at all. I think I started my closet a year ago. So that's when I started bringing the men's piece in because I like to wear men's clothes. And I know there's men out there that need clothes.
Really?
Do they? I mean, you wear the same thing all the time. So
it wasn't an Adidas, any kind of sport shirt today. So I think
we traded places.
Yeah. Yeah, but I know the men's tends to sell a lot slower than the women's, so I'm just kind of trying to push the men's a little bit more.
Well,
but I still have to put the women's in there.
Exactly. And he asked you when you started shopping. So I mean, I know we went to the bins together, but
here
recently,
in Spokane,
really,
I started going to the bins by myself.
Yeah. So going with me is one thing because he can come up to me and say, "Hey, what do you think? What do you think?" But going by himself, we started a YouTube series because it was like Bill Thrifts because, it's crazy. You have a 40-plus-year-old man who for the first time in his life is going shopping for things to resell. It's kind of interesting. So,
well, actually, everyone who's watching in the chat and everything, Tori and Bill have a great little series on their channel where Tori blindfolds Bill and makes him guess the fabric content of hanging dresses and shirts, everything. And he goes through and feels them. And Tori will be like, okay, you have one left. What kind is it?
He did well.
Yeah. There was one that caught him. It was the modal material and something else. And I was like, but it's so soft. I get it. I get it.
The Tencel and
then the way he described it though is like, oh, it feels like silk though, and it's like, yes, it's exactly the whole thing soft. Is so it just illustrated that it happens to everybody. So it's
still learning.
You're still learning. We're all still learning. I feel like even though I've been doing this since I was little, I'm still learning.
I mean, there's so much fabric technology that's going into these garments, especially with the activewear.
Yes.
The Tencel. The Tencel is into in denim. Madewell denim to give it all that extra stretch.
And bounce back. That's you have the stretch, but then it bounces back.
Not gonna go.
Quality is amazing for sure.
Exactly. Okay, so as you started to focus in on Posh and Poshing, and now with Bill's assistance, when did you start to meet people who were doing what you were doing, whether Poshmark or not? So
that for me was pretty much right away. Because the reason I was so drawn to Poshmark was the community aspect of it. It was you have to share people, you have to communicate. And, I've always been someone who is a little bit odd. I'm an odd duck. I can fit in pretty much any situation, but I never feel like at home. And so I started meeting people that were very similar in what I did and felt passion around shopping and, buying something cheap and selling it for a profit. And then those type of things, it was so exciting to me. So I went to a Posh and Sip by myself. So as someone
terrifying.
It was
still working,
so Bill was at home and I went by myself and it was a group of amazing ladies in Seattle. So if you can imagine, it was Denali and Ty and Liz of El Marnell and Connie Chow, who is she's the one that does so many of those Posh and Sips. And it was just, for me, walking in, not knowing anyone, I felt so welcomed. And just to immediately be able to talk about clothing, it was kind of right away in my journey.
Yeah. So I have a similar story, actually.
Yeah.
When I started Poshmark and looking at this as a real serious thing to incorporate into my life, I decided, okay, I'll start a separate Instagram to try to find people based on a thrifting hashtag. Coming from watching people on YouTube, I was like, let me start following some people. So I did. I found some LA resellers like Courtney from Courtney on Posh, Jen, a British Posher. And from there, I went to my first Posh and Sip alone, terrified. But, and you know, this, I feel like this is everyone's statement. They're so terrified to go alone. It's like the alone piece. But the second you get there, it is like, come one, come all. Let's talk about it. You've done it. We're doing it. Come here.
Yep.
And that's what I love. So when I finished that the Posh and Sip, oh my gosh, tongue twister, I was like, okay, this is real. So like there's real people doing this that have similar backgrounds, that want to see us succeed, have no problem giving tips, hints, tricks. And, you know, I love that. I love that.
And that, I mean, I think that's one of the biggest things is that people were willing to share information. They were willing to accept information as well. Because one of the things when I first started, I am a numbers driven person. So I think I saw Sarah's online. Sarah's amazing.
Hi, Sarah.
And yes, and hi to everybody. I saw everybody. Denali, Leslie, Lizette, Lera. I mean, everyone's here. But what I saw when I first started was that, you know, I wanted to see what people were making, and not a lot of people were giving all of the information. So for me, I was like, well, you know what, I can give back because I am 100% comfortable with sharing how much I make and all of my information. So people were accepting of that though. Like the first video that I posted about me sharing my money, I was like, this is controversial because no one's doing it. And then it wasn't really a big thing, but it was a way for people to be accepting of me and sharing information that I'm gathering from them too. So
exactly. I think a big point with specifically sharing money or money information, people can start to build trust with you or a sense of like transparency that translates really well. Not all industries and not all paths money can be talked about, but it's we live in a very real currency driven you know, kind of career path. So it's like, you know, if Tori and Bill are getting something and flipping it and, you know, making $50 profit, I would love to know what their cost of goods were because, you know, maybe it's not the same where I live here in LA.
Exactly.
You know, chances are it's a little higher for me. So like, I mean, that was something that I latched onto when I was finding people on YouTube and Instagram, like how transparent are they being? Because something, and tell me if you agree, something that I think can kind of deter people from starting on Poshmark is maybe feeling like overwhelmed that they can't achieve it. And when I say it, I mean the Posh package stacks, right? The gigantic stacks, which can be very, very misleading.
That's why you don't go on Instagram during the week. While you're working, just don't look at it. Maybe after you're done, but you can't compare yourself to somebody else. And you don't know what they paid or what they sent out.
And I've seen people that have shown, you know, and not to discount anybody because you should be proud of your packages. Absolutely. Like you worked for that 100%. But as someone who is, you know, looking to others to see, well, why aren't I not, you know, I'm not getting 50 packages a week. Right. It's kind of like, okay, well, let's go into more detail. Let's talk about the difference between 50 packages versus 5 and how you could actually be making the same amount of money or more with just a couple of things. So that's why for me, it's so important to share that. But I also respect that it's not in everyone's wheelhouse to share that. I totally get that. But absolutely. You know, for me, when I was starting, I wanted to know, was this something that I could go full time with? Is this realistic? I need the overhead. I need to know what you're paying for your items. I need to know how much you're paying for shipping. I need to know, like, when are you paying? I mean, I am a question person. I'm that annoying person that's like, why? How? Tell me more.
Give me the risks.
Give me the risks. Let's do a risk analysis. And if you don't have that, it's more challenging.
Agreed. And to Bill, to your point, rather, the biggest thing, if someone is just starting out in reselling, don't compare yourself to anyone.
Absolutely not.
Like there is so many circumstances. There's so many circumstances and variables.
The variables are endless.
Like, look, I mean, between us, I'm a single person living by myself, major city. You guys are a duo.
Yes.
In, you know, 5 hours away from a major city, although Spokane is, you know, decently major.
It is. I mean, we're a college town. We have Gonzaga.
Well, we have 3 different colleges actually.
So I mean, we're it's a college town.
It's more but also outdoorsy here also, not so much
exactly.
city.
Your audience is a little different, but it's kind of like also I have a full-time job, and my job is amazing, and it's a career, and it's something that I am very lucky to have. And so we can do a lot with, the community and with Poshmark, but other people, this is their full-time job. And so that's why there's so many variables, depending whether you have a family, don't have a family, have a puppy family, have, whatever it is, like there's so many different variables.
So many.
But what's not a variable? Community.
Absolutely
because
not.
everyone has community.
Well, speaking of community, my first Posh Fest was Posh Fest 2019.
Yes, me too.
Okay. So that was question answered. What drove you to want to go to Posh Fest?
So for me, I will tell you, it was, I attended a couple of weeks. Okay. So I did the Posh and Sip.
Yep.
Bill and I spent our anniversary in Portland at a Posh and Sip. Was it a Posh and Sip?
It was a Posh and Sip.
Posh Live. Posh Party Live.
It was a Posh Party Live.
It was a Posh Party
Ooh.
Live. So we did that for our anniversary.
Our anniversary.
Which
Very
this is
posh forward. Bill's like,
we're like, we're here. And so Bill was starting to see, I think, the social aspect and how I was really into it. And so I really wanted to go. Ever since, even when I first started, I saw people post about it, and I wanted to go the first year in 2018 when I first started poshing. I was like, I really want to go, but I was still in that not comfortable zone.
Right.
So then in 2019, I was like, guess what? We're going on vacation. We're going to Arizona, because we met and got married in Arizona.
Yeah,
so for us, it was like
Arizona
meant to be.
really well.
Oh, did you do anything special when you were in Arizona?
No, we focused on
It was just Posh
vacation.
Fest.
We didn't even source.
Oh no!
Like we were some of the
Same.
rare birds.
Same.
We took that weekend off from anything except for Posh
Yeah.
Fest.
I get it. Also, as someone who at the time was working a traditional hour job, I flew in late after my job on Thursday. I took PTO on Friday, and I was like, no. I'm not going to shop. I'm going to immerse myself, meet as many people as I can, do all the posh things, minus thrifting.
Yes.
know?
Well, and I was also a speaker last year.
Correct.
So that was also a kind of crazy thing where I was like, okay, so I was nominated. And then I also, when you like go to do it, you could say you'd be willing to speak or that you would want to speak. And I'm a public speaker. It's what I've done, even though it is still stressful. I do it.
Yeah.
And so, then I found out that I was nominated, and they asked me if I wanted to speak. And I was just like, well, okay, yes, please. So like all the things came together for sure.
Oh yeah, we met Tiff and Hugo.
Yes,
we met
Tiff and
Blake.
Hugo.
We met.
Oh my gosh.
We'll get into meeting each other, but so agreed with Posh Fest. I was like, this is going to be the year. We're going to do it. We're going to take the plunge. I did a lot of research, as I'm sure being a risk analysis based person, Tori. I was like, let me see reviews. What do people say? I did a lot of research, and genuinely every single review, content aside, every single person said this is one of the best networking opportunities. You'll make some friends for life.
Absolutely.
And this is not a joke. And that was a consistent, still to this day, still consistent on the internet. And I was like, okay, I'm doing it, taking the plunge. And I 1000% agree. It was such a good experience to meet people who are in the same circumstances as you, who do what you do, who understand reselling and understand the ins and outs and customer service and, maybe the pure joy for recycling or what is it? Not reusing, but giving a new life to something that existed already.
Yeah, exactly. And I will tell you, so I want to comment on that, but I see a few comments coming through, and I wanted to just say a couple things. So I saw Seek Joy said that Posh Fest sounds great, sounds super fun, but I'd be terrified to go alone. Seek Joy, you are not alone.
No,
you are not alone.
Everyone,
I'll be there.
Promise. The second you get there, you will bump into someone, and you'll be like, "Hi, oh, is this your first time?" It instantly starts. Like
exactly. It's like this. It's this whole thing. Oh, hey, Amberlicious.
Hi.
Let's see what else can I. Oh, I can scroll. Okay, good. So I said Gina. Hi, Gina.
Hey guys.
Carrie Cam went to Posh Fest with $200 in their pocket, and you don't have to. It does cost a little bit, but it is business expense, so you have to keep that in mind too.
Yep.
So then where was I going? So my ADD just
Oh, we
totally
met
lost.
Leslie there.
We did meet Leslie. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I know where I was going. So I am someone who's not so emotional. So Bill's the emotional one. Bill's the one that will cry, right? Like Bill's the one. Yes, he's the emotional one. He gets touched by everything. Like in some of our lives, he'll start crying. People are like, "Is this real?" I'm like, "It's real.
It's me."
He's an emotional person. He's very touchy-feely, and I'm more like, "Hi, how are you?" Like kind of robotic. And when we were at Posh Fest, we met this group of people. Table 99. Anyway, we had to give a shout out. So we met this group of people that we really connected with so quickly. And I was moved to tears. I was moved to tears being back. I mean, we had a couple of cocktails, don't get me wrong. But back in the hotel, it was like I was sitting there just with joyful tears in my eyes about how I finally feel connected to people.
Yeah.
And I'm still connected to these people to this day. Like we chat on a regular basis.
Yep.
It is, I mean, it's life-changing.
Yeah, I agree. I think I don't know how to explain Posh Fest. Like it's a conference, of course, but it's almost like, I don't know, like a camp of some sort going
summer
up.
camp.
It's
Like accelerated,
Yes.
and you don't have to share rooms. Although you can if you want.
Well,
yeah. It's summer camp. Yes, it's totally summer camp.
Yeah. And you're just like, you're hyper concentrated. You do all the fun things you wouldn't normally get to do. And then that bonds you to then continue it, you know?
Yes, exactly.
Absolutely.
And then you have so many people with different talents. So you have your podcasters, your YouTubers, your Instagrammers, your, people that are just there that are killer at sales. And everyone's sharing out on their social media and meeting people that they, wanted to meet and learning new things. I mean, there's just so many different avenues. It's crazy.
Well, speaking of social media, I think you'll probably agree that a lot of people ask, especially if they're starting out, do I need social media to have a successful business? And my answer is always no. However, I do think it is a good adjacent part of the business. You don't need to show your face, but I think it's good to, maybe with Instagram in particular, it keeps you, is the word, abreast of all the information and all the ongoings of what's going on in the community. And it's a place for you to potentially showcase the items that you have for sale.
Exactly.
Free publicity.
Free publicity,
Right.
Free marketing. Like even if you don't, and I know so many people that have just an Instagram page for their Poshmark, their face is nowhere in there. Now, I do personally say you should put your face because honestly, when you personalize something, it makes people connect more.
Agreed.
But if you're not comfortable with that, totally get that too. But yeah, I mean, it's important to have the social media. You can be successful without it 100%. Yep. But I mean, you don't have to go as far as doing YouTube if you don't want to, but Instagram is so easy. And even TikTok. And I'm going to say,
TikTok.
So Bill loves Twitter.
I love Twitter.
I love Twitter. So
I'm like, what? Twitter?
That's easy.
You're
but
a tweeter for Twitter.
TikTok all day.
Oh.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like there's so many different avenues. Whatever you feel comfortable with for every person.
Right. I do think people are becoming more comfortable being on camera, maybe forced because of current circumstances that they have to do these lives or
the Zooms and
everything. But I think to continue with the social media aspect, building your community is kind of hard, not hard, but I would say if you're exclusively only trying to meet people on social media, it is definitely doable to connect. But I think, and we're kind of limited at this particular moment in time. What I think really solidifies a potential friendship or PFF situation is meeting in person and connecting, doing a, Posh Party or a
Posh and Sip.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Posh and Sip, Posh and Coffees.
Yes.
It's the FaceTime, it's the interaction to really have the interaction to bond you.
Yes. Well, and so when we moved to Spokane, or before we moved to Spokane, I actually started, or Bill and I started, so I will say we started a Facebook group for Spokane for Poshmark because it wasn't here. And we were like, okay, we'll see what happens. Obviously if there's not one, it's probably not a big thing.
Yeah.
I think we have we haven't been active lately because, we just haven't we just haven't. Yeah. It's kind of
it's okay.
But but we started finding this pocket of people that were totally doing it in our area, but we never would have known that unless we reached out. And in fact, one of our PFFs, here's a funny story. So Aaron, and I'm going to, because all of our PFS we call by name because they are family to us.
Yes.
But Aaron, we actually met Aaron, I think online, and then met physically at PoshFest, who is from Spokane. And then when we got back, we started hanging out.
Yeah, we haven't moved here yet.
Yeah, I mean, isn't that crazy? That is reaching out to people, you don't know.
When I went to PoshFest, tell me if you feel this way. Well, you guys are in a relationship, so maybe not. But I was like, this is one giant Tinder date for friends.
Absolutely.
You know, swipe right, double tap, yes. Oh my God, you're meeting you in person. And like, I think I said, like, wow, I feel like I'm in Tinderland for reselling.
Yeah. Well, and the butterflies were real. Like, that was the thing. Is, like, people were constantly,
so nervous.
You could just see people's faces where they were just lighting up and seeing people. We did the same. There were people that we absolutely, were just like, oh my gosh, this is, I don't know. It's exciting. I don't know. It's like
reseller Disneyland. It's like, woohoo! Look at all these people. Look at that. Let's try to get some breakfast.
I love it. So speaking of which, I just want to take a quick moment. Tori, I need to ask you a question.
Okay.
Would you light my candle? It didn't work. Would you light my candle? What are you staring at? Nothing. Your smile reminded me. Always remind me about love. Who is she? She died. The candle's not lighting. It's out again. Brief musical interruption. I've got a cute little candle and a little song to go along with it.
Oh, I love it. Is it a Christmas candle?
It sure is.
Oh, I bet it smells so wonderful.
It's Santa's
workshop.
Oh, yeah. Like peppermint and pine?
Yeah.
No, sugared snickerdoodle.
Oh
my gosh. Okay, no. I love cookie candles. Bill hates them so much, and I'm always just like, let's get the sugar cookie. Let's get sugar cookie.
Oh my gosh, I stocked up when they had when they had that candle sale. You know, the candle sale. Oh my gosh, you guys, Tiffany Hugo, stop it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. That's so sweet of you. Well, speaking of Tiffany and Hugo, we got to meet them in person at PoshFest.
We sure did.
Yes.
And actually, if anyone doesn't know, the photo that I posted on Instagram had Bill in a onesie romper. What is that called? A momper?
A man
romper.
A rompim.
A
rompim. There we go. Sorry.
I'm like.
I mean, I can go put it on if you want. It's hanging up in the closet.
Would you?
Yep.
Okay, have you ever seen our lives? Every time someone asks him to put something on, he's like, okay, I'll put it on.
I love it. I really love props. I don't have any with me. I have some wigs on the way, but you know.
Yes.
I love a good prop.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, Tiffany, Hugo. You guys are so nice. Wait, so how did you meet Lera?
Oh, so Lera. Okay,
Lera,
we were chatting online, and then so Lera, you have to keep me honest here because I really don't remember our origin story. I just remember that we started talking online. We hung out at PoshFest with her daughter Ashton, and it was an immediate connection.
Listen, that honestly looks great.
It does. I'm glad he hasn't gotten rid of it because it looks amazing. But it was kind of one of those where and that was with a few people that we just met online and then we met in person. And now I will tell you, Lera and her family, they're members of our family. Bill FaceTimes, and I say Bill because I'm horrible with the phone. Again, it's my disconnectedness. But he will FaceTime with Lera and their family all the time. We were supposed to go to Texas to stay with them.
Oh, right before
during the thing. So yeah, it was just a matter of not being afraid to talk to people online, finding like-minded people, and then just continuing to chit chat.
So when I met Lera, the first thing I said was, "Excuse me, I love your glasses. Where are they from?" Which I think I'm not the only person because at this point, she's like known for her beautiful, fun, cool glasses.
Oh yeah, she has a number of amazing glasses.
And they're all in different colors, but it's just like such a unique style. And then with her, like how she speaks, it's just like perfect. I love it.
Oh my gosh, she
Cute
is
little blonde package.
100%.
Absolutely.
100%. And she spoke at Posh Fest as well, but she was on the main stage.
Yeah,
like she did the
stories.
Whew.
Yes. Well, speaking of the stories, that is one thing that I thought I was gonna like skip over, but I'm glad I didn't, because it really, you get to like meet these people and have them pour their heart out of, you know, how Poshmark changed their life, whether financially or community based. And I mean, one that's calls out of my mind is Flip Journey, Veronica. Mm-hmm. She talked about her child and, you know, he had some health issues, but it just like that conversation connected me. And then after Posh Fest, I messaged her and was like, hope Jacob's doing well. Like, you know, and it's just those little things that keep you interacting with someone, that keep that energy going. And still to this day we chat. I asked her before I was shopping for my air fryer, what one do you have? Because I know you use one.
You got an air fryer?
Oh, I did. Instant Pot.
Well, no, we have Instant Pot, but we don't have air fryer.
Pot.
Did you get the one that's the air fryer and Instant Pot?
No, that's too bougie.
I was gonna say, woo!
I got the Instant Pot air fryer, and that is a thing, not the oven one. There's two.
Okay.
Yeah,
because we just got the Instant Pot. So we made steamed burgers last night for dinner, like a la White Castle.
Oh, okay. Oh
my
gosh, Denali, thank you so much.
Oh,
Thanks,
Denali.
so sweet of you. Wait, steamed burgers?
Yeah, apparently that's how White Castle makes their burgers, is they steam them. I didn't know this, but I just searched for how to cook a burger in an Instant Pot. And they came up and like, oh, that's not actually that unusual. And apparently it's a back east thing too. Apparently it's like, I don't know, that's how they cook them in Connecticut.
They were good.
I don't know. I just know someone said this online.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
But I made them, so.
I personally love my my air fryer. I highly recommend. It's basically going to be my replacement for the oven in the summer.
Okay. It's on my list.
You can do everything with this. You can make eggs. You can make turkey bacon. You can do French fries. That's actually a go-to. It's also a Weight Watchers friendly option. I can have a full potato all to myself. What else? Asparagus. Oh my God, that's my go-to. Crispy air fried asparagus is so good. You guys. A little bit of you. I mean, you don't need to do oil with these things, but like a little spritz of oil or something is like
a little flavor. Yeah.
I might
so
be going to the store tomorrow, Blake.
Good.
Salt and pepper, and get the thin ones. Don't get the thick asparagus. Get like the thinner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Almost green bean size ones.
Right. I'm not going to say it's like a French fry. No. Not putting that out there.
No, but I mean, anything that's crunchy. I'm a crunchy girl, so.
We love a good.
Yeah, the texture.
Wait, so I want to put this out to the chat. Tell us in the little comments here, tell us how you have had a connection with the Poshmark community, whether it was when you first got started, whether you met at a Posh and Sip, etc. And I would love to talk about that more with you guys. And, okay, I'm going to the comments. Some people are scared of air fryers. I'm scared of the air fryer. I burned down a mini oven once.
Aluminum foil, I bet.
I'm sorry that happened.
Yeah,
but at the same time, we have Gina. She loves her air fryer.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, and even the Instant Pot, because it's a pressure cooker. And the thing is, I've heard horror stories and we watch, cooking shows and I'm always like, if you do it wrong, it's going to explode in your face.
I've used pressure cookers in the wild.
Okay, they're very scary. Like you could really do some damage if you thing and
like.
Well, you just have to be careful. And that's the thing is we're finally figuring out, the Instant Pot thing. When you let it go, you just can't be in the way.
Right.
Let it go.
No.
I have not contributed to any view time for Frozen. I refuse.
Like,
to
We
watch
haven't seen the second one.
Yeah, we haven't seen the
Never.
first one.
Oh no, I've never seen the first, the second.
Oh
You
my
haven't?
gosh,
So
you
we
have to.
went for that as Halloween for our godchild, who
we did.
was Olaf. No, what was he?
He was Olaf.
Yeah, so I had to go as Elsa. I was a beautiful Elsa, by the way.
I can see that. I
got to sing, and I got to wear a big old white wig. It was great.
Love it. Love it. Gina Fancy, she said, I have yet to meet any other poshers in my area. I applied to host a Posh and Coffee, put on hold. Yes. Well, the good news, Gina, I know that they're extending the Posh and Coffee opportunities beyond what is originally scheduled to end this coming Saturday. Mm-hmm. I think they're going to do it for 2 more weekends. You have to check the Posh affiliate or the Posh campaigns section of your Poshmark app, which is in My Seller Tools. So check that out. And if you're able to apply, there's instructions there. It's all through the app /Facebook. So check that out. And you can absolutely do it virtually. Highly recommend it.
Yes. And even if you can't, let's say that you just don't feel comfortable, like for us, so we were looking at the extension because we wanted to host, but they were during the time that yours is. And so I'm like, okay, so I want to support Blake 100%. Correct. And then the one on May 5th, I think, is that May 2nd?
2nd or 5th, yeah.
Yeah, it was like a topic that I wasn't really excited about. So
Same. Yeah. That's how I felt. I was like, well, I mean, it kind of got set up so that it was going to be, the 4-week period. And then they like tacked on those 2. And I was like, I don't feel passionate about those.
Yeah. I mean, because if I'm hosting, I love hosting, don't get me wrong, but I want it to be something that I'm like, yes, this is amazing. Let's talk about this. But
yeah,
I don't remember what the topic was, but it was something I was like, well, someone else is probably passionate about it.
Yes.
Maybe.
Leslie, she hosted 5 Posh and Sips, attended 2 Posh Party Lives and Posh Fest in 2019. Okay, so I actually have a question about this because I have not hosted a Posh and Sip like officially or been to a Posh Party Live.
Okay.
Oh.
So since I've been to Posh Fest, is Posh Party Live like a majorly scaled down version?
Yes.
Of Posh Fest.
Yes,
Absolutely.
because you have your closet consultations, you have people that are speaking on stage.
Yep.
It's really just getting to meet other people. So yeah, it's kind of like the mini version.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it's great because it's in your neighborhood or in your area. So then you don't have to spend all the money to go, and it's so much cheaper. I mean, I think that instead of spending I don't even remember how much tickets were for Posh, like $200. I don't even know. But for this, it's like $20.
Right.
It's something that anyone can do. It's affordable.
Right. It's after work.
Yeah.
and
it's only a few hours.
A couple hours,
it's
like
a little more
night,
accessible, I would say.
Are there people from Team Posh at the
Yeah. And depending on your location, you have kind of the big wigs that show up, but there's always someone who is important there.
Yeah.
It's just like the one in Portland, Manish didn't show up, but I'm pretty sure there were some other people. But it was really about the community and getting to meet everyone.
Yeah, I don't think anybody really worried about who was like officially Posh.
Yeah, it was just exciting. It was just exciting to see other people.
Yep.
Right. That's great. I want to host. I want to go to a Posh Party Live. I haven't. Mm-hmm. I think there was one in LA, like right around the time that it was available to sign up to go to Posh Fest, and I was like, "Ooh, I'm not sure." And I wish I would have gone because I would have been such a good setup for Posh Fest and not feeling so nervous.
Yes, and exactly, because it's like, since it's so many, you start to feel a little more confident, and then you go to the big thing, you're like, oh, this is the same thing, just
bigger.
Yeah.
Exactly. Lisette, New England Betty Boop, Massachusetts, where I met incredible women, including Lori, Leslie, Daniela, and so many more. That's great. Well, Leslie, I think she had like a little podcast gathering in Boston, I want to say, which was like a nice women's focused little gathering for people who had podcasts, which I think was great. And I mean, they coordinated that with themselves, which I think just speaks to the power of the community aspect of showing up and being there.
Exactly. Well, and then, Posh turned 8 years old this year, and we actually hosted a birthday party in our house. So we had just moved to Spokane, and we were like, feeling the vibes. So we hosted a party in our house, which when you think about the real world and you think about hosting strangers in your home, that seems a little crazy.
Frightens me a little bit.
Yeah, but I mean, it was so fantastic. It was, people in the area, everyone brought something, we did giveaways, and it just was, and I I'm not going to say it's for everybody because yes, you have to be very comfortable. I mean, we took precautions. We didn't share anything online. It was, you had to get vetted first.
Yeah.
But check the stuff.
But still, I mean, all those little things that you can do, and Posh is open. If you just, I mean, we message them and just let them know that you want to be involved, and they're like, yes, do it. Because I mean, that's honestly free advertising for them. So of course, and you're promoting the company.
Right. Yeah, I definitely, when things get back up and running, I definitely want to do one. I feel like it's overdue. But I definitely want to do one here in LA and get as many people as I can to come learn, mingle, jingle, you know, everything Posh related.
Yeah.
So Leslie, or Reseller's Passion, we were actually on her podcast prior to going to Posh Fest. So then we got to meet her in person, which was awesome.
So I learned of Leslie's podcast actually as well right before Posh Fest. And I think we had messaged and said like, this is a great episode or something about like another person. And we just met at Posh Fest. And like, that was that. I was like, you're Leslie. Like, you're Leslie. That's it.
Like, just that's who you are. Yes, exactly.
Kristen, same. Kristen actually, she lives in Alabama, so like there's not really like a halfway point for that. Oh my gosh, I would love
probably be Denver, I would imagine. Maybe somewhere in Nebraska.
That's we might as well just go to like Arizona or Vegas.
Yeah,
make it worth our while.
Would be awesome. Top of the Rio at the Voodoo Lounge, just have a Posh Fest or a little Posh Party live.
Wait, speaking of Voodoo, do you guys have a Voodoo Doughnuts in Washington?
Not in Spokane, but
in Seattle.
Well, no, wait,
no,
we
that's
don't.
in Portland.
That's in Portland. No, I'm totally wrong. Like, yeah, it's in Portland.
Just kidding. Okay, because we have one here at Universal on the City Walk.
Yeah,
attached to the park. You guys, I have never loved a grape donut. Like, I love this grape donut. It is so bizarre. But I'm sorry.
Can you do donuts in your air fryer? Can you do donuts in the air fryer?
Oh, I'm sure you could bake. You can fully bake.
See, I'm not a sweets person. I'm like the type of I like the savory. You give me savory, like I'll have a dark chocolate brownie with cayenne.
Oh,
like, that's
okay.
It's amazing if you haven't. I know you don't like this. I don't think
I don't like spicy.
Right? You don't like spicy anything, but it just adds a little dimension to the flavor. It's so good.
Spicy.
Yeah, spicy all day.
Well, you could do a glazed. Do you eat meat?
Yes.
Okay, so you could do like a glazed bacon donut to get the sweet and salty.
Oh, yeah.
Maple bacon. Ooh, maple bacon.
Maple bacon.
Maple drizzle. Oh my God.
Fried chicken, because I'm thinking I love chicken and waffles, and we could make like a chicken and donut.
Oh my God. That's who has that right now?
KFC.
I think
chicken sandwich with the donut. Oh my goodness.
Wait, so here in LA, like probably like a mile down the street, they a couple months ago set up like a temporary KFC, but it was like KFC and donut. And it was people you could pull up. It was like the best promotion ever. You pulled up to this place. They said, "Hey, you want a chicken sandwich donut thing?" And you got one without getting out of your car before any kind of precautions or anything.
Wow.
I mean, I would love a good donut. Okay, so donuts. Totally random Q&A part. What is your favorite foods? Like, if I was like, you get to binge one thing with and it has 0 calories that day. Boom, go.
Nachos.
Thai.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. I literally eat nachos like every single day. I'm not even kidding. And you
said you eat Mexican every day, so.
Yeah, I love like tamales, anything. I mean, I love Mexican food, but nachos is one of those like gringo Mexican food because you could just throw everything in with, just throw it in, and now you have this. I did make a fresh pico de gallo this week, and I was very proud of myself for doing that. Yeah, but I literally like nachos is that's my thing.
Thai food all day, I would eat it morning, noon, and night.
Okay, are you like a chicken pad Thai or like a chicken pad CU?
Beef pad Thai mostly, I was over there, and they don't ask you how hot. You just get it served like they eat it, which is
Hot.
super hot.
Yeah.
Like almost to the point where you can't eat it hot.
Yeah, no,
but,
that's not my thing.
Like spicy level.
Yes, like through the roof.
Oh my gosh.
Amber says you're making her hungry. Yes.
Yeah,
What does everyone else like to
same.
eat? What are your foods? Tell us too.
It's like Cuban like nachos,
Yes.
nachos.
Oh my gosh. I went out to eat. So Tiffany, Hugo, Denali, and Laura, did Laura join us? We did a bins day, and then I think Laura might have had to leave or something. But Denali, Tiffany, and Hugo and I, we went out to get Mexican food. And this is where they learned I don't like spicy. Because the guy was like, what would you like? And I said, oh, I would like this, but like no spicy. He's like, not even this? And I'm like, no spicy. But then I get it, and they're like, okay, yeah, no spicy. And I am sitting there with like, I am like barely can do pepper, regular ground pepper, okay?
It was probably just the whiff of the jalapeno on your feet. You're like, oh.
There was 100% jalapeno, and I was like, no.
Oh, I love jalapeno.
This is against my rules.
Oh, Gina says sushi. So sushi is definitely a close second to me. I right now am so craving sushi because it is something special. Like that's my special meal. That's the one that I can't eat it every day because I definitely want to savor it.
Yeah.
But right now, because we can't get it, I'm dying.
And Blake, guess where her favorite sushi place is in Seattle? It's called Hapanesa, and it's a fusion with Mexican.
Oh, yeah. It's a fusion.
Huh, who would have thought?
They have like jalapeno in their rolls and stuff. It's good.
So instead of rice lining the seaweed, it's actually black beans.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
It's good. It's good.
Man,
but I mean, I just like raw fish. So if I love anything seafood based for sure.
Do you like poke bowls?
Yes.
Gotcha. I can barely do tuna fish from a can. So.
Oh no, I'm like, give me salmon, give me octopus, give me, pretty much anything uni. I will eat any raw fish.
Oh my god.
All day.
Oh my god. I think I need to leave. I'm gonna be sick.
Excuse me for a minute.
Okay, so I don't mind shrimp. I can do shrimp, which is like not even seafood. I can do seaweed. Like a teriyaki
someone said seaweed salad. Someone said, Kellum said seaweed salad. Yum.
My favorite food is everything. Nice, Denali.
Yeah. That is a perfect statement.
You're not wrong.
No.
Oh my gosh, wait. Yum, salmon and jasmine rice. Yes.
Yeah.
I could always do a good jasmine rice. A nice.
But that sounds healthy. Doesn't that sound so healthy? Like I just hear that and I'm like, it just sounds healthy.
Put a nice big bloody slab of beef on it.
Yeah, Bill doesn't like fish, or like he doesn't hate it. He just doesn't.
I won't cook it.
Yeah,
I won't eat salmon.
That's why
anymore.
I need to have the air fryer so that I can actually put fish in there and not make it smell like fish.
Well,
it still will. Okay.
I think it's still. Fish is fish.
Yeah, fish is fish.
You could try.
Like tilapia doesn't smell like salmon. Salmon's a big old grease.
It's my favorite. Salmon is my favorite. Salmon is 100% my favorite.
No.
Okay, here's my question with salmon, because I've tried it and I'm like, does it depend how it's like flavored?
No. You just have salmon sashimi, like just salmon sliced on the bias, fresh from the ocean, with the buttery fatness that has the flavor. It is so amazing.
I have had to clean so many of those fish that I won't even look at it anymore, let alone smell it.
So he won't make it for me, but it's good.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Nasty.
Okay, so pretend you won the lottery.
Okay.
The lottery amount is $50 million.
Okay.
What is the first thing you do?
Half of it to charity. 25 mil to charity, and we're going to pick the charities.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of cliche. Actually, I'm going to take that a step further because that is cool. But I've always wanted to start a charity. I feel like that would be the opportunity to be able to start an organization, because then you would have all the business fees and everything covered. So that's what I would do there. And then, of course, we would have fun. So I want to make sure, because I feel like sometimes we seem a little pretentious because we do give so much back, but it's like we would still have fun. We would still like have a giant party. I would love, speaking of community, let's have a giant Poshmark community party, and we could have it somewhere. No, we could have it in Vegas.
Oh yeah, we could. We just
because we could host it.
Rent out a.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Bellagio.
Yeah, have people come. We'll help pay for airfare, pay for a hotel. Like that would be
Bellagio
insane.
Posh party.
Like as a networking thing, like fully not business, like a little vacation.
Exactly, just like a vacation. And we could even renew our vows while we were there. We've been wanting to do that forever.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
Perfect, double dip. Get married by Elvis.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You both agree on that. Well, actually, speaking of charity and helping others, perfect segue into a little project you and a couple other resellers are currently working on, which I think is fabulous.
Yes.
Would you like to elaborate?
Yes, of course. So Bill and I, it is one of those things. So I don't know if everyone who's here knows, but we actually give our reselling income to charity, and we choose different charities each month. With everything going on right now, we've really been wanting to give back to the reselling community specifically. And we're just, we couldn't figure out how to do that. We were like, well, do we go buy things from people's closets? Do we, give inventory? And which we've done. We've done all of that. But then we decided, we have money put aside to donate. So what better way than to actually give money to people with no strings attached, except one tiny string, but it makes sense when I tell you. So what we did is I started talking, and this goes back to chatting with other, PFFs
the
and
community.
So Torrance Jane, if y'all don't follow her, she's adorable. She has cats and she's in Portland as well. But she posted something about giving money to resellers, and we had already been talking about that, and we talked to Lera about it. So we got a group of us together who put in our own money. And then we had a few other people come out of the woodwork to donate money, and we've raised over $1,000. Okay, which is crazy. Yeah, crazy. $1,000 with just like 4 or 5 people. And then Aaron was one of those. So I want to make sure I give Aaron a shout out. There's been a number of people. And then what we did is we set up a plan so that people can nominate their, themselves if they want to, or other resellers for someone that you feel should, get just a monetary donation. That's it. And there's no strings attached. It's just, they're going to get cash.
It's like a grant.
Help them out a little bit.
Exactly. Yep. Whatever. And if they want to spend it on, a bottle of alcohol, or they want to spend it on shopping, or they want to spend it on bills, whatever, I don't care. We're not judging. But what they'll need to do is they're going to have to give half of that to another reseller. So that's kind of the pay it forward aspect of it. So right now we're accepting nominations. And so we all have just a nomination form. It's just a quick Google form. They click on it. They put who they want to nominate, themselves or someone else, contact information, and that's it.
30 seconds.
That can be found at the link in your bio on Instagram.
Exactly. So I removed Linktree, which was very hard for me to do, but I removed Linktree. So it's just a direct link to the Google form. And then they put that in there. And then we're going to be having a Zoom meeting on Saturday with our business partners, our sponsors, as it were, the board of the charity. Awesome. And we're going to be selecting the first round of recipients. And so we're hoping that this will continue. We still are receiving donations. So people are still reaching out, giving us donations. And then we're also selling masks. So kind of going on with that. We started making masks. And so all the money we raise is going to the same fund. So.
Love that. And just to be clear, they're making masks, due to circumstances.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. So not Halloween masks, but like this.
Love it. Also, wait, we got a super chat. Thank you so much, Sister Joy.
Oh, Sister Joy.
Thank you.
Hey, sister.
No. Oh, Sister Act, though. Listen, I will follow him. Follow him wherever he may go. Woo.
Oh my gosh. Like, we would just be like,
Okay, wait. Sister Act has a lot of good music that would be good for karaoke.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
karaoke.
Oh my gosh, that's so great, Sister Joy. Thank you so much. Lizette, actually, do you have a hashtag for your movement?
Yes, because of course it was this group of very like-minded women.
This took a while.
So we had our risk analysis, we had all of that, and of course hashtag was part of it. So I mean, I think that other people are using this, but it just made the most sense. Resellers helping resellers. It says what it is. It is what it is.
To the point.
So yeah, that's the one that we came up with, and I think that it is definitely very relevant.
That's great. That's so great. I love that you guys are doing that. And I don't know. I just think it's like genuine. You know, anyone that's followed you or watches your lives or watches your YouTube knows that, you know, you're not like mean-spirited people. You're not trying to like do anything weird, and you're just trying to like help.
Well, and that's the thing. We've only had a few nominations, and I feel like I'm trying to put myself in someone else's shoes. Like, it's not very often that you do find people that don't have an ulterior motive or something else. So I understand that.
Yeah.
That's also why we let people, if they want to be anonymous, they can be anonymous when they fill it out.
Absolutely.
It's, you know, they can ask us questions, that kind of thing too.
I feel like maybe just there's like this mindset of like, well, I don't need it that much. They need it, you know, more than I do. And maybe that like has continued.
Yeah.
Especially just like given the times, I think people maybe don't want to ask. But
exactly. But my thing is, but even if you, so like my work, and I am not going to give too much detail about this, but they created a fund for us to feel more comfortable in our situation, whatever that means to us. So it wasn't like, okay, you can't pay your bills. Now, if you wanted to use it for that, go for it. But it was like, oh, you know, your kids are at home. You want to buy them a bouncy house? Okay. You know, want to buy games so that you are entertained at home. That's kind of where my mindset is going is, you know, you may not, because I think a lot of people that need it are the people that aren't going to ask for it.
Correct.
Exactly.
Because they're going to say, no, someone else needs it more than me.
Right.
I just want everyone to know that you know, you don't have to be on your last leg. You could just be like, I just need a bottle of wine. Like, honestly, I just need something that is not for my family.
Yeah, there's no strings. Just please.
Yeah.
And I mean, reminder to everyone, the stimulus check did hit my account, but it is not for a lot of people for quite some time. So, you know, maybe they can use that little extra bump or again, bottle of wine, Gushers,
whatever.
Yeah.
Some salmon. I don't know.
Air fryer.
Sandwich, an air fryer, whatever.
Rompim.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey.
Clothing.
So speaking of clothing, okay. Next random question.
Oh, yes. Okay.
If you guys could wear only one thing, pretend, well, no, that's a bad setup.
Thank you, Danielle.
Oh my gosh, Daniela. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Daniela. That's so sweet. I'm going to rephrase that question.
Okay, because I'm imagining, I'm like,
yeah,
okay.
I was like, we'd have to go too in depth with like, okay. If you could only be one accessory or have one accessory for your outfit for the rest of your life, would it be a hat?
Yes.
Would it be a bag? Or would it be a bracelet / jewelry?
Hat.
Bag.
Okay, I'm with Bill. I'm a bag lady.
Oh,
I'm a bag lady.
You
as
like
well.
bags.
I love bags.
No, for me, I have a whole collection of hats. Our bedroom, I have all of my hats on the wall as art. So because I feel like a hat just completes an outfit. It just adds something. You know, I could wear this hat and all of a sudden it feels a little, you know, like boho. But then I put on a cowboy hat and now it's a little Western. Or I put on a little pillbox hat and now it's a little retro or vintage. So I feel like it's a game changer.
No.
I mean,
bag forever.
But you can
go to the store, you have extra stuff, you can throw it in your bag.
Yeah.
Where's your phone? Where's your wallet?
Pocket.
In your bag.
Pocket.
No.
Walk into the post office, packages in the bag.
Back on. Heck yes, Blake. Totally with you.
I mean, that's utilitarian, but honestly, I'm like, if I'm thinking about fashion, it's
What
hats.
if you have to get wood for a fire? Throw it in your bag.
In the bag.
See?
And bags of any size, okay? That could
Any
be a Ikea
size.
bag,
Yep.
drawstring bag,
Absolutely.
a bag.
I'm with you.
IKEA bag.
Yes, Carrie paying her rent with that stimulus check. Yes, getting ahead.
Yes.
Yes, for roofs over our head.
Excellent.
Yes,
Gives you
honey.
just like a
Yes.
breathing room, just a
Yep.
little bit of breathing room.
Yes.
And a little less stress.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Gina! Wow, thank you so
Wow,
much.
Gina.
Oh, Gina.
Gina Fancy, girl,
Gina,
you fancy.
She's
Oh wait,
so fancy.
you already know.
She's
Gina.
giving $10 to Blaken on the show.
Love it. Wait,
Okay.
actually, okay, wait. So this is actually something I'm gonna do for the future.
Okay.
I think for when people want to do super chats, I think, and this will be in the future. I'll
Okay.
set it up. It'll be like a dedicated thing.
Yes.
I think what I will do is, oh wait, Tori, this is perfect.
Okay.
We should do a karaoke night
Yes.
live stream.
Yes.
People give us requests, and we just maybe like 30 minutes because that's like a long time to just do songs.
Yeah. We'll be like our performance will be kind of lacking at that point.
Make sure you have 2 cups to hydrate. But I mean, like, give me a request and I will sing for anything. I mean,
Yeah.
make me sing about rubber bands, I'll make it happen.
Exactly.
Yes.
And like this is where you and I are so on the same page because we sing every little
Everything.
thing that happens.
Every
It's
little
just
thing.
like he's in a really good mood today, by the way.
I've got stamps. They're going on a letter. I don't know who's going to get it because I feel better. That didn't rhyme. It's about time. I don't know. That was bad.
But you have the stamps, and it's okay, Blake, because guess what? We're gonna have another day. That almost didn't rhyme either, but that's why it's so much fun. It's kind of like Mad Libs or like,
Yes.
you know what I mean?
Except on
Ooh.
the spot.
Oh, that's
Where
a
people-
good one.
Right? People have to give you a topic and you sing and then go. I don't
Oh,
know.
Yes.
Like Christine.
Or what if there was like, oh my gosh, wait, this, I don't know what just sparked this idea situation in my head. Could we do heads up?
Oh,
Yes.
Via Zoom?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I love Heads Up.
Wait, can we do it right? Can we try to do one right now?
Yeah, let's see how it goes.
Okay,
Let's do it.
let's see. Let me get it up.
But do you see yourself though? Because if you see yourself, you're
Oh.
gonna see the
Yeah,
thing.
you're gonna cheat.
I can just make it you.
Wait, that's just you.
me.
I was like, or just you. Okay, but if you do it just you, then I can't see you and I can't see what you're seeing.
Well, I'm not gonna look. Oh crap.
Oh yeah, if you put it in front of your face, just don't
Oh
look.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
here we go.
Okay.
Okay, no thanks.
Hopefully everyone's played this game because it's amazing.
Oh,
Okay, so this is like heads up. If you have kids or you're 50 years old in a line somewhere, pull out heads up, make the 1.99 investment to buy it,
It's,
Yeah.
and you
yeah,
can
it's
just
worth
have
it.
the best fun.
Yes.
Okay, so we have Superstars, Acted Out, which is kind of hard. Animals Gone Wild,
Oh,
Blockbuster Movies,
Hmm.
Accents and Impressions, or Hey Mr. DJ.
Ooh, I like
hey,
Hey, Mr. DJ.
I knew that was the one
Okay.
she was gonna pick.
Okay.
Okay, and wait, remind me what we have to do. Again, we're
So the thing's gonna be up on here. You have to get me to say this word, but you can't. So it'll be like, what is it?
oh,
Hey, Mr.
you'll show
DJ.
it to me and then you'll hold it up here so then you can see.
Yes. And
Okay.
so, like, an example, like, sang like a virgin. You would, or like, it would be Madonna, but you would have to say, like, sang like a virgin, you know.
Because you can't say the actual word, but you can
Right.
say anything else except the word.
Yeah.
Correct. And nothing that rhymes with it, obviously.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. Are you guys in the chat ready? Thumbs up for Heads Up Live. Okay.
Woo, thumbs up for Heads Up. Yes.
Oh my God, my phone just.
Ah,
It just died. Stay tuned for the next episode.
Look, it just died.
oh,
Oh my God, you guys.
Apparently
Technical.
it's saying that it is next time.
Yeah.
Oh no, wait, here we go.
Okay.
Oh my God, you guys, technical. Okay, this is your Wi-Fi moment before we started happening.
yes. That's why we go early.
Okay. Hey, Mr. DJ,
This is nerve-wracking.
Oh,
Okay.
Atlanta.
get your teammate to guess. Oh, get your teammate to guess the song on the card without using any lyrics. Only humming. Only humming.
Oh, that's
But
harder.
You can sing on that. I don't care. Okay, ready? I'm not looking. I don't know. I'm passing.
Okay, that's all. Wait, pull up a little.
All night long?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I don't know. This is hard.
Oh.
You guys, this is hard electronically. I can't even see you.
You
trying.
missed Let It Go. And
I haven't seen Frozen yet.
I'm so sorry.
You turkey?
Okay, well, that was a fun little. That was like.
Awesome.
Okay, we'll need to try that again another time.
Yeah, humming is always the hard one anyway because I'm horrible at distinguishing.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but that was fun.
That was fun.
It was super
I
fun.
love that. Well, as we were just hitting that hour mark, just hit over the hour mark. If you guys have any questions in the chat, feel free to shoot them through now. We're going to be rounding out the evening. Oh, by the way, I'm having the craziest sweet tooth right now. I'm just wanting all the sugar.
Oh,
Bill made cupcakes
Laura
yesterday.
Joy. Thank you.
Laura. Thank you so much, Laura.
Thank you.
Yes. Oh, I'll do a little jig. Do a little. Oh, no, I'll pretend I'm in Hawaii.
Wait, that's a jig? I was like, yeah, what's a jig?
I don't know.
You could do a little tap dance jig. Oh, wait, I'm wearing my sweatpants. If I stand up, you can see my sweatpants.
Love it. That's okay.
That was my jig. I don't know what a jig is. That was.
I cannot stand up because this is a wall right here. I'm in my kitchen. I'm in my nook, and if I was where the laptop was, I would be standing where I cook.
Oh.
I just don't have a lot of space in here.
No.
It's perfect for right here. Because if I go like this, you have all my cords.
It looks so pro, though. The best thing is it kind of
look
looks like
pro.
you're in a studio, and this is your background.
This is
big. Welcome to today's newscast. Newscast. Oh my god, newscast.
None of that.
I love it.
Nobody needs any of the news.
Hey, do you know that I did the student announcements when I was in high school? And
so did I.
I bet you did. I feel like it was.
Wait. wait. There's a story. Okay, so where I went to school, basically we do the announcements, and then at the end of the announcement, if anyone, because seniors could drive to school at that point, if anyone left their lights on or something, we'd be like, okay, so license plate with a blue, blah, blah, blah. So I get the thing from the security guy, and I'm like, okay, and anyone with a blue, and I'm like, oh, just kidding, that's my car. Have a great day.
See, we got to do documentaries. You had to apply to be in this course, and then you had to, we had to do documentaries, had to do music, had to do the whole thing. I did a whole, I don't know if I could say the word, attitudes on preferences as high school students around what you do with other students. So let's say that attitudes in the 90s.
Oh my
attitudes
God.
in the 90s.
Wow.
And so I just made it sound so risque. It really wasn't, but
Wow.
I
Drama, spilling the tea.
That's a drama right there.
But it was this whole thing, and I got to interview, some young moms, and it was, I felt very hello, welcome.
That's very serious.
60
Did you have a TV?
It's a community.
What's that?
Could it be were you recorded for TV?
Yeah, it was recorded and then was played in every single classroom every single morning. So it was, you'd have your announcers, and then you'd have the field people. It was legit.
Okay, I would have loved that. We had the telephone that we pushed *64. Hello and good morning. It is Thursday.
Oh, you didn't know? Okay.
Oh.
No, we were the visual, literally every morning before school, we would take the video camera and record all the students in the yard with what everyone's wearing. And it was all the
yard, the prison yard?
Oh my God.
Weights and
and we would get all the B-roll of all the students, and then we would choose the music, and we would play the current hits.
Oh
and
my
then
God.
it was a thing.
Okay, we did not have that technology.
And I
I'm
went to a
jealous.
very poor school. So I'm just telling you, like, it's
I
crazy.
had none of that when I went to high school.
Well, okay, so I went to like a very, I wouldn't say very, but I would say I went to more like an affluent school system.
Okay.
But my aunt is a teacher and she works for a lower income based on the attendees.
Yeah.
But because of that, they have a lot of technology grants. So she has the latest and greatest for the classroom. But they're not doing live good morning announcements.
I feel like now it would be even cooler because now they could even do it
great.
on like YouTube and they could have students do polls and it would be, I mean, obviously that could turn into a little bit of danger,
Hot
but
mess.
I think it would be amazing.
Oh my God, I would love it. I mean, I tried to get into it for my high school or my college experience, but that translated into working as an advertising editor for the newspaper. Because it's basically like you're out and about talking about people.
Mingling. Yeah,
Come
exactly.
work for the paper. Buy an ad in the paper.
Definitely
Be in the paper.
Exactly. It's personality.
Come buy a
It's
used
super-
car. We have one out back.
I don't think Blake has a used car personality.
Oh, he could.
He's Lexus all day.
My first car was a car that I did not exactly 100% choose for myself, and it was used. But you know what? I did not grow up with an affluent family. Like I was happy that I even had a car to drive in high school that was my own. But I mean, I am actually not Team Lexus. Don't hate me.
No, I'm not either. I don't even know why I just said Lexus. Like we have a Kia. I
love a Kia. Oh, the one you got from CarMax.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which
Not
I
that I've been
walked in
stalking
like a
your
baller and paid cash for. I was like, oh, what?
You're
want
gonna
this?
finance?
Oh my God.
No.
Yeah,
When I was
excited.
a personal assistant, I sold 2 cars for my boss. Getting a check for that much money, and then just like knowing you can't have any of it. sucks.
You're not getting squadoosh from that.
No, but present day, I have like a nice, humble. What do I have? A Honda Civic turbocharge.
Oh, I thought you were
Excellent.
more of the Accord guy, but Civic's good. I
Well-
could see the turbocharge. You're like,
Okay, so here I would like to spend more money on my car, but like I'm like Tori, I'm like very reality based, and I'm like, do I need to spend this much money on my car? I don't use it that much. I'm barely going 7,000 miles a year.
Yeah. That's where we were. We went back and forth. We had to have an all-wheel drive. I needed something that was reliable and that wasn't too crazy. And so I ended up getting a red Kia. So at least I got my color.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
and
we had to be.
put a total of 500 miles on it since before Thanksgiving.
Have we
Yeah.
driven it 500 miles?
Yeah.
Can you walk in Spokane?
Yeah, we're right downtown. So like,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that explains like you're in a condo.
oh wait, I don't know. This is like, but look at the view. Look at
Look
the
at
view.
that sunset.
Yeah.
You guys, thumbs up for the sunset.
Yeah. Okay, you can be right back. So that's like, we have all of these windows and all of this stuff out there. So we actually can walk right downtown, and which is the reason that we got this apartment. But now, of course, we can't.
Elise, I'm
We can't
sorry.
go anywhere.
That's great.
Well,
That's great.
I can walk down to the post office, but yeah, all the cool stuff is.
But it's pretty.
It is.
Yeah. Wow, that's so nice. All right. Well, while we reminisce on our childhood cars, thank you all so much for joining me today. Feel free to give this video a thumbs up on your way out. Tell your friends about it. Make sure you subscribe to Tori and Bill. Check out their Instagrams. Oh my God, they're puppy. Oh my God, they're cute.
I
little
told Bill he
doggies.
had to bring Lily over to say hello.
Okay, Lily is the star of the thumbnail as well for this video. She's adorable, and look at, oh, I wish I could have a dog. Ugh.
She's a hot mess. So just so we're
Hot
realistic,
mess.
she is a hot mess. She only looks calm and collected right now, but yeah, she's a rescue dog, so she has a little bit of issues.
Yeah, I get that. I could never touch my grandfather's dog for her entire life because we think someone looked like me that abused her.
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
that's very real. It's
She
very
was
real.
fine with everyone else. Men, women didn't matter, but me, I was the issue.
And you're like, why me? Why
I know.
me? You're a dog. You're supposed
Her
to
name
love
was-
everybody.
She passed away, R.I.P. But her name is Lucy, and we nicknamed her Lucifer because it was like insane how much she hated me.
That's
Oh.
perfect. Lucifer.
Yeah, Lucifer.
Love
That's
it.
what I think of pins.
Of what?
He's like
Oh, from
these
sewing.
things.
Poke, poke, poke.
You need
'Cause
to
he's
wear those
helping me.
thimbles.
No good.
Oh yeah, I
no.
could give you a thimble.
No, I still have owies on my fingers.
You can get you can wear like the silicone ones.
You could.
I need a chainmail one.
He just likes
Yeah,
to
I
complain. No, Blake, he just likes to be, he's a martyr. I made all of the masks and the pins stabbed me all day. Love you.
Oh, I did a lot of the work there, turd. I
Oh
didn't
my
have a
gosh.
sewing machine to cut the fabric.
Oh my gosh,
Oh my
everyone.
gosh. Elise says that her daughter's name is Lucy and she calls her Lucifer.
Lucifer. She's a year old.
Oh!
That is
Love it.
amazing.
Love it. Oh my
All right.
gosh. All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you, Tori and Bill, for being on the channel.
Thank you for having us, Blake.
Yes, and
Of
thank you
course.
everyone for joining. It was so awesome to
Absolutely.
see your comments, and this was so much fun.
And don't forget their resellers helping resellers. The nomination form is in their bio for their Instagram handle, so check
Yes.
them out.
and don't be afraid to nominate yourself.
Please.
Like honestly, like
We just want to give.
we just want to give
Wow.
money
We want
away.
to give money away. Jeez Louise.
No strings attached.
No strings attached.
All right. On that note, everybody, bye.
Have a good night.
Bye.